Oh, well, in the 80s we used to have a drink after the game. There'd be a lovely trip home on the bus. We'd get on and all enjoy each other's company. And there was a sausage after the game, and after training we'd have soup. Nowadays they have lollies. They go down to the beach. They don't have any more beers. They don't have a bus anymore. They drive to the training and drive to the game. So that's changed there. But certainly the footy's still good to watch. We love going along watching it, and there are tough still days nowadays, and there are skillful. So look, I liked it my day. It was a lot of one-on-one footy, but still a great game to watch.
Yes.
Most memorable moment?
Yeah.
Well, maybe my 300th game here in 1980. That's pretty memorable. But I have an obscure memorable moment when we played Footscray out at Waverley in the first semi-final in 1970 under Rod Olsen. We'd been in the doldrums for a long time, and we were not tipped to beat Footscray. We were the underdogs by far, and we beat them. And I think that's about the most memorable game I played in, mainly because I played one of my very few good games.
Oh, okay.
Had his jaw broken by Lee Matthews. So it made me more determined as a person to actually come back and be a better player. And that was in 85, and I played another 8 seasons after that. So, and I wanted to make my own stamp to say, well, hey, I wasn't just a bloke who got whacked by another footballer. I was a bloke that had a bit of football ability too. So I think I probably achieved that at the end of it. Actually, there was a time when, I'd put me in a lift with him and give me 5 minutes. I'd like to belt him back. But, and look, and funny enough, I can remember it might have even been Billy Brownless or a few other guys. When he retired at the end of 85, which was the year it happened, and I never got an opportunity to play against him again. Probably a good thing I didn't, because I probably would have done the wrong thing, or would have had a crack at trying to do the wrong thing, which is probably the way I played football. But in the end, the boys said, well, he went and coached Collingwood, and the boys said, well, we'll practice slinging you into the old dugouts where he used to sit, and you can give me a whack there when we get him in there. So there was a lot of that sort of thing, and there was a lot of bitterness for a long time, because the bitterness wasn't probably from me. The bitterness was the booing that I probably copped when we played Hawthorn, and I'm thinking of my family sitting in the stand that couldn't understand why that would happen. That made me angry, and it took me a long time to get over that. I've put it out there a few times to meet with Lee, to talk to him about it, because he's dubbed me a couple of things in some of the articles he's written over the times, and I think he's so off the mark. I want to ask him a few questions, and I have actually put it out there. So recently, I actually went for a dinner the other day with Jeff Kennett, and he sat on our table, ex-Premier of Victoria, and Jeff we got talking about this incident, and this incident, believe it or not, gets talked about every day, almost every day, and if it's not every day, it's at least 4 or 5 times a week. It just never dies, as we're talking about it here now. And Jeff said, well, look, I said I'd love to meet Lee and have a beer with him and have a talk to him. So Jeff's going to try and organise it. Now, if Lee doesn't come to the party, then maybe he's got something further to hide than I have. I don't know.